It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the third day of July, 2021. I'm Chillie Falls coming to you from Central Virginia, right outside of Lynchburg, Bedford County, town called Forest. As we go into the 4th of July weekend, want to wish everybody a very pleasant holiday coming up here in the States. And of course, I forgot to wish all our friends up north of the border a happy Canada Day, day before yesterday, I guess it was. Anyway, we got a pretty full show this morning. We've got some breaking news literally within the last 4 or 5 minutes. Things changed. But one, I want to touch on two things before we get started today. One, I did find out since I was on the air yesterday that our friends on the Celebrity Edge, that's with Captain Kate. Captain Kate, who was the first female to be the commanding officer of a major cruise ship when she took over the Celebrity Summit several years ago, and then she was given the new Celebrity Edge when it came out before the pandemic started, and she had started with that. Well, she's still, of course, on a Celebrity Edge. But Captain Kate sails and travels with a cat called Buck Naked. Now, that's B-U-G, Bug Naked. That's Captain Kate and Bug Naked. And Bug Naked has the run of the Celebrity. Anyway, wants to go on the ship. He's free to go. So you're allowed to see him anywhere on the ship with Captain Kate. All right. I don't know about anybody else, but I just thoroughly enjoyed yesterday's show immensely. From interviewing Colleen from Cruise Critic, who's there's a backstory to that one, and having our friend Tom Henry's hot air balloon ride, which of course I turned into giving Tom a hard time. But it was so much fun, and so nice to have that too. But the backstory about my interview yesterday, I knew that I had a very small time window because she had to get on the next boat that she was sailing on yesterday. So I promised her I would hold her to 10 minutes. Well, she actually came on a couple minutes early, so I was able to actually went over 12 minutes, which was pretty close for me on holding it to 10. But anyway, she had appeared just before my interview on Good Morning America. Now, she did my interview, and right after my interview, she literally grabbed her stuff and ran to go get on the Royal Caribbean ship. And on her way over to do the check-in business, CBS grabbed her, and she was interviewed on CBS. So she goes from Good Morning America to me to CBS, and I'm stuck right in the middle of it. I just thought that was kind of cool. But anyway, it was a good interview. She's a great lady, and I feel certain that we will see her on this channel again real soon. Okay, so let's get to today's stuff. We started off this morning with Hurricane Elsa, and as of 5 minutes ago, it became Tropical Storm Elsa. A weakening Hurricane Elsa, now Tropical Storm Elsa, is moving through the Caribbean near Haiti today. Projections still have it to be near Key West, maybe by Tuesday as a tropical storm. Well, is now a tropical storm, and it clearly is going to weaken some more. But we'll just have to see. It might not even make it to the Keys, but let's see what happens. The National Hurricane Center 11 a.m. advisory, which literally came out minutes before I went live, puts the tropical storm now with 70 miles per hour wind, 999 millibars pressure. It's about 30 miles east-southeast of Alabama, Dominican Republic, moving west-northwest at 29 miles an hour. So it slowed down a little. It had grown to a good, healthy Category 1 hurricane. It was up to 85 miles an hour before it started diminishing late last night. It got down to about 80 miles an hour around midnight when I checked on it. And then it was 75 miles an hour this morning at the 8 o'clock update. And now it's back to tropical storm status. It's projected to slow down its forward speed today over western Haiti, then shift more northwest tomorrow or Monday. It will move near the southern coast of Hispaniola today, then make a move near Jamaica and portions of eastern Cuba tomorrow. And then the National Hurricane Center expects the hurricane to move across central and western Cuba and head toward the Florida States by Monday. But the cone of uncertainty has shifted kind of to the west now. So it looks like there's a good possibility that this is going to go across central to western Cuba now and could not impact the east side of Florida as much as we thought it would be, which is going to help the folks that are getting off of like Colleen, who gets off of the Royal Caribbean ship on a Monday morning, and then has a plane out of Miami Monday afternoon. Maybe this thing will have slowed down and weakened enough that we'll just have some rain to deal with and not actually tropical force winds that they'll have to deal with when freedom of the seas comes back in. Also, it might, they might continue on with their plans to go to Nassau and to Coco Key, and this thing might be south of them, so it doesn't affect the guys that sailed on freedom of the seas at all. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. We'll be getting reports there. But anyway, so we're looking at Elsa weakening slightly while it's over or near Cuba, weaken some more, and then we'll just have to see what happens on where it goes from there. But anyway, so that's the hurricane and now tropical storm news. Royal Caribbean to house emergency workers. Royal Caribbean International is housing emergency workers who are responding to the Surfside apartment building collapse. Explorer of the Seas, which is docked in Miami, is being used. Up to 600 responders and their dogs will stay on Explorer at least for the next couple weeks. Hats off to Royal Caribbean and Explorer of the Seas for doing that. Obviously, the situation continues there in the northern Miami area and Surfside. I think the latest count is up to 22 confirmed deaths, and there's still 126, I believe it is, missing. And I haven't checked it the last couple hours, but anyway, it's just a really bad situation. So that's Explorer of the Seas. It's going to be used for first responders and their dogs. Hats off to you guys. That's terrific. Royal Caribbean, before I get to that, Royal Caribbean also detailed the Serenade of the Seas when it restarts in Alaska from Seattle this month. Children will be the only unvaccinated people on the ship. The Serenade of the Seas sails on July the 19th. 7-night cruises will feature stops at Juneau, Sitka, Ketchikan, and Icy Strait Point, along with scenic sailing along Endicott Arm Fjord and Dawes Glacier. Serenade will be the first Royal Caribbean ship to visit Alaska since 2019. She'll be followed several weeks later by Ovation of the Seas, which will kick off a shortened season in Alaska, starting sailing on August 13th. All adult guests must be fully vaccinated. All guests 16 years and older will have to bring proof of vaccination, such as the CDC vaccination record card. The final dose of the vaccine must be completed at least 14 days before sailing. Unvaccinated guests ages 2 to 15 will have to take a PCR test when checking in at the terminal. Royal Caribbean will send registration details via email in advance. Within 22 hours of voyage end, unvaccinated guests ages 2 to 15 will be required to take an antigen test on board. Those vaccinated guests who require an antigen or PCR test to get home or to their next destination may receive one on board at no charge. Those details will be provided during the cruise. Now, the other thing Royal Caribbean has stressed on this is that ships departing from different ports will have different health protocols. Obviously, the protocols are different from those sailing from Florida. We know that. They're a little different from the ships sailing from Texas. But this is from these two ships that are sailing from Seattle. So that's subject to change, obviously, at a moment's notice. Also, Virgin Voyages celebrates. The delivery of the Valiant Lady took place on Friday, and the Resilient Lady, that's the third ship, was floated out this morning at Fincantieri Genoa shipyard. They are the second and third of 4 ships with Virgin Voyages ordered from Fincantieri. Both ships are similar to the Scarlet Lady, which we're all pretty familiar with, even though it hasn't officially sailed yet. They will all feature about 1,400 guest cabins designed to host more than 2,770 passengers, accompanied by 1,160 crew members on board. Quality of life on board is guaranteed by the Comfort Class certification, according to Fincantieri, testifying minimum levels of noise and vibration, as well as by extreme use of home automation. Thanks to this, by installing an app on their smartphones, guests are able to manage a wide range of cabin features, including air conditioning, lighting, opening and closing of blinds, music, and television. So Fincantieri has done a really good job with that. And so they get to celebrate both things within about 12 hours of each other. Valiant Lady and the Resilient Lady. So Bimini prepares to welcome the first cruise ship. A new cruise port has been completed in the Bahamas and will see the first cruise ship on July the 4th. The single pier port can accommodate up to the largest cruise ships in the world, which is Royal Caribbean's Oasis class, and marks the ability for cruise vessels to dock at Bimini for the first time. The new port joins Nassau and Freeport as the only 3 cruise ports in the Bahamas that are not located on a private island. It has been developed exclusively by Resorts World Bimini, which is operated by Genting Americas Incorporated. Cruise passengers will be able to enjoy the casino, spa, a variety of dining options, and the new Resorts World Bimini Beach Daytime Party venue, which features lagoon-style swimming pools, live entertainment, and posh cabana rentals. The first cruise ship to visit will be Crystal Cruise Line's luxury Crystal Serenade during an all-Bahamas itinerary. Carnival Cruise Line has a number of ships scheduled to Bimini, although the July 9th visit of the Carnival Horizon has been canceled and no reason has been given yet, except there was a rumor, an unconfirmed rumor, that there was a bit of a spike in COVID on Bimini, and Carnival decided to hold back until they see how that develops. That is not a confirmed fact, folks. That is strictly a rumor. For now, Bimini will welcome its first ship on the 4th. Costa Firenze is set to debut from Savona, Italy. Also on July the 4th, Costa Firenze's first cruises, starting with the inaugural voyage, will allow guests to visit 6 different Italian destinations in a week holiday. Savona, Civitavecchia, which is Rome, Naples, Catania, Palermo, and Cagliari, which can be explored in depth with dedicated excursions, ports of call lasting over 10 hours. From the end of July to the end of August, the itinerary will also allow guests to rediscover Malta with a stop in Valletta, and from September 12th, also France, Marseille, and Spain, Barcelona, and Ibiza, with departures from Italy. During the winter of 21 and 22, that's this winter, of course, the Costa Firenze will be positioned in Dubai to visit the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and Oman. So, a new ship from Costa sailing out on the 4th. That's awesome. One other story today, folks. Royal Caribbean has issued an update on the upcoming test cruises, simulated voyages, whatever you want to call them. Allure of the Seas will be handled on July the 27th from Port Canaveral. Symphony of the Seas on August 1st from Miami. Independence of the Seas on August 1st from Galveston. Mariner of the Seas August 11th from Port Canaveral. Serenade of the Seas July the 7th from Seattle, and Oasis of the Seas August 22nd from Cape Liberty. So that's an update on Royal Caribbean's test cruises, simulated voyages to get all right and healthy with the CDC and get the sailing certificates so these ships can start going with paid customers. All right, let's go over and see who's in the chat room. All right. Okay, Bonnie's with us this morning. Bonnie says, hi, y'all. Bonnie follows Bug Naked on Instagram. That's cool, Bonnie. Sweet. Sonny's with us today. Hey, Sonny, how you doing? Sonny says hello to all. Great job, Royal Caribbean, helping the rescue efforts in Miami. I agree completely. Nikki's with us. Nikki says, good morning to Bonnie, Sonny, Chillie. Keep Elsa away from Jacksonville. Well, yeah, you never can tell, but this, it looked like this thing was going to come across Cuba, like maybe across Key West, come up and actually have landfall Tampa-ish, and then kind of head your direction. But that's now, it's changed literally just in the last few minutes and shifted a little further to the west. And we're just going to have to wait and see on this one. I see it weakening a lot more and down to where we may not have to worry about it at all. Let's hope. So everybody's just saying back and forth, hello. Bonnie says, been watching one of the crew members on Scarlet Lady in quarantine. Nice cabin, great food being delivered to her. Cruise on board, you think is maybe the, I'll have to look up that one because I'm not currently following that. So I will check on that one. Is that the name of the channel? Nikki asked. Cruise on board. I'm going to have to do the same thing. I think that's the name of the YouTube channel, Bonnie says. I also watch Chris Wong. He's in quarantine on the Royal Caribbean ship. Dorsey's here again today. Dorsey, how are you? Howdy from the Panhandle of West Virginia. Can't wait to get to Bimini. I agree. Hey, John's with us. Good morning, John. Of course, everybody knows John had little surgery earlier in the week, and I've chatted back and forth a couple times with him. He's doing rather well, I think, considering. So glad to see John back with us this morning. Of course, tomorrow, John and I we'll see how John feels tomorrow, but I'll be doing the Cruise Amigos. I'll be running the show again this week. Hopefully, John will fill up to sitting in, and I have several invitations out to various people on various ships, including one over on the other side of the pond. And we have to wait and see what kind of Wi-Fi people have once they're at sea, so we know if we can bring one or the other of our guests onto the Cruise Amigos tomorrow. If not, I'm going to juggle. I've got 3 bottles of bourbon, and I'll do a juggling act with 3 bottles of bourbon to entertain everybody for at least 5 or 6 seconds. Okay, Sonny says the name. Sonny says the name is Cruising on Crew. YouTube of Lady on Scarlet Lady, Cruising on Cruise. Okay. It's Cruising as Crew. Okay. All right. I'm catching on now. Bonnie says, thanks. My mind wasn't working. Yeah, Bonnie, that's, we, when we get our age, at least I get my age. That happens to me. Of course, you're a young chick to me. So, how long has it been, Bonnie, since anybody called you a young chick? Huh? I call you like young chick. But that's me. All right. That's going to wrap me up for today, folks. Again, y'all watch out for a link for tomorrow. I will get it up when I know what's going to happen on Cruise Amigos tomorrow, which I will find out sometime after these ships sail. Bonnie says I started following her by Emma's channel. Okay. By the way, Emma's one that I hope possibly will have a signal from Celebrity Silhouette that she got on today and is currently on board. So we'll have to wait and see once they're in the water, which I don't know if they sailed yet or not. If they haven't sailed, it's coming up shortly. So anyway, Bonnie says, been a long time since anyone called me a young chick. My doctor says I was young 65-year-old. Yeah, but Bonnie, to me, you're a young chick. You really are. Because I'm way older than you are. So anyway, you and John and Pete, y'all are always young folks. Young folks for me. Anyway, I'll see everybody tomorrow with the Cruise Amigos. And who knows? This is one of those, we hope to have a couple really good guests from cruise ships on all together tomorrow. And we might have nothing. It depends on Wi-Fi signals on boats. And that's becoming more and more subject to craziness. All right, that's going to wrap me up for today, guys. We'll see everybody on the Cruise Amigos tomorrow at 2 o'clock my time. That's 2 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, which is 1 o'clock Central Daylight Time, which is 7 o'clock London time. And, of course, the show is live from London. And hopefully Martin also will be from on board a ship tomorrow as well. So we got all kinds of things in the works. We just don't know if anything is going to come through or not. But then that's the way we do the show almost every week anyway. So, all right, that's going to wrap me up, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Hope to see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you same time, same place on Monday, 11 a.m. for Traveling Cruise Industry News with Chillie Falls. That's it for me. Y'all have a great weekend. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.